type of heights that come with a third eye. I'm better at betting on me, the numbers don't lie.
That's how we rollin'. You know them gold diggers, want to pick at a litter, burying them hidden figures. I keep them triple hitters, call them silverback gorillas, going 8-8, and you know ain't nobody fighting.
What up? Showtime. Yeah, this is the big ticket. Culture Comptown. I'm talking that King Richard. It's like a movie. I'm seeing the bigger picture. These fellas are Cinderellas. I'm crushing them glass slippers.
On sight, I give you the green light. It's all bark. We all bite.
You gambling with your life? Well, let's roll the dice.
Won't be some problems if this dog in a fight.
That's right.
Baby, I'm just tryna get
Legendary.
open them wide.
Something like
Mind if I pull up with a few?
we can't arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know I that.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do is and just take your money.
Hip hop took this globe.
We done did it.
Wanna see a mogul? We showing you how to pivot. Got this from DMC. Let's run with it. Took the fundamentals and having some fun with it.
These songs, King Kong, my team strong. Godzilla set fire to whatever I breathe on. Got the killers in choir all singing my theme song.
I could never do this alone. Still Dre, still on top, still got it. The Sonic still iconic, they still the product. I seen the money coming, I showed you that I'm a prophet.
And I'm riding shotgun in case it get out of pocket. Why you wanna press the issue? You need to stop it. Keep a lawyer on retainer for depositions and dockets. Back to the topic in case you forgot it. Anonymous head bobbing, baby, keep that popping front.
Baby, I'm just tryna get
Legendary.
open them wide.
Something like
Mind if I pull up with a few?
we can't arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know I that.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do is and just take your money.
All right now. All right now.
Hold up, what you saying? Look up, you ain't hitting no more. Fix up with a bang. Got drip when they hit that door. You did it on me. Baby, it's me. Chevy go up, down. You go bounce with me. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. You need to bounce that, switch that flow, straight back, on them feet, bounce that, get down low, bounce right, yes indeed. About to telling me something, maybe I need to figure out how the hell are we cutting. I got a deed to the house, to the left of the if you tryna do something, you gotta lead with the bounce. Make it 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 bounce. Make it
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. The kicker, Graham, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30.
Yeah!
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. That's to his tight end, All. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Here's Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They're passing here. Joe Burrow under pressure, and they got to him again. Brian Burns, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
That is caught. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Andre Yoshivas. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. And the QB rating right now, sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here's Locke to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Now a 2nd and 10. To the air is DeVito. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Tracy going to get it on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. To throw, it's DeVito. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. DeVito going to look to throw it. A throw right side caught by Neighbors. And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is DeVito. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw it is Locke. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's DeVito. And this is going to be intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
A strong running. And they work this out past the 25. That good for 22 and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown unable to corral him. He fights through. He's still on his feet. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Chase Brown, 72 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is.
This is caught at the 20. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. A big play there for the Giants. 52 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
And he's got it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. They'll try to run it in, going option right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go. 11,
Now Burrow changing things up here.
11, Thomas.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's Burrow. To the right side and intercepted. There he goes, left side. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Singletary will take this one in. Touchdown, New York.
And they can thank their defense for this one. They were set up with a short field following the turnover, but they took care of business as well, working their way down and finishing with a strong run into the end zone for their first touchdown of the game.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Yoshibas, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Burrow looking to pass. Now a short one to Gesicki, and he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
4th down, but Burrow stays put. They're going for it.
Who has an offense? We have an offense. 12. Keep the ball moving down the field, though. Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Throwing now is Locke. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Block now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Locke. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go. 11.
Brown. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Tanner Hudson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 21-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A final shot before half for Locke. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Block off of play action. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, it wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Robinson's got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They run here with Singletary. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Locke gonna throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Devin Singletary. He scored on the ground and one through the air. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
110 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
Right back to Brown. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he works free. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Here we go.
Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a give, left side, Brown with it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bengals will add to their fourth quarter lead.
Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
A Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Shut it down, defense. Hold him on the line. Lock him up right here one time. Defense.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
2nd and 10.
Defense. Don't let him catch the ball, defense. Come on. I believe in you, D.
Now Locke. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Shotgun snap to Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now, DeVito. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the 2nd one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
11 mighty, 11 mighty, 11 MT, 11 MT.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got changed to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this
was only one way to stop. And I haven't touched it for 7 hours, 3 minutes. Hardly up, already wanna quitting. Sweating in an old church basement, wishing I was. Never thought I'd say this.
Hello, my name's Jason.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Can't look at me cause he's gifted. And I swear that the last couple months that tried to kill me. By the time I saw it coming, it was done with already. It's hard to run from it when it runs in the family. A problem with 1,000 more it's causing. Damn, it's exhausting. This is why I walked in.
Thanks for letting me share, y'all.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. I'm tired of being broken. I'm sick of feeling hopeless. Way down here at my lowest. At the end of my road. At the end of my road. So what do I do? So what do I do? What do I do? And I've been losing myself. I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California.
Where's your courage? Yeah, boys, we could win. What makes the dream work?
Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
We can make a play here. Take it to him. Can't stop us. Hey, this
First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. And his first pass is incomplete.
Man coverage to start the game, and I expect we'll see a good amount of that. They trust their secondary to hold down the fort and let their pass rushers get home. And that's a good job right on play one.
What the world was that?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Don't let us down. Get in the end zone. Can't stop you. Get it up the gut. Get some points on them.
Purdy. Escaping the pressure right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Keep it going!
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing here, Purdy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here's 2nd and 3. First carry now for David Montgomery. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Play action. It's gone. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for six? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
Tough from boys. Get out of the back of the end zone. Run down there.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like it.
Oh, it springs free. Montgomery loses it.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring positions. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now a play fake, and it's gone.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Here's Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try to run wide side with Montgomery. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. toss left to Montgomery. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Bates' kick is good, and they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Steamroller, baby! Score on these guys!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
It's caught inside the 25. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. This offense is looking pretty comfortable here in this first half.
Purdy looking to throw. That's to the right side, completes a Kittle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
What we are made of, offense.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, a touchdown run there from a yard out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
I can't look!
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. And they'll try a little razzle-dazzle. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. He may go. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, 70 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Point after here coming up. And the lead cut down to 9. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away.
Let's go. Take it to the house. Yeah!
And a good kick pays off as he's only able to get this out past the 10-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. They find some open field here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good pick up the 38.
Offensive and defensive guys that will agree on this. You've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play. Moving it downfield.
Here's Purdy. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
All right, let's keep the pressure on him, offense.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Come on, let's pick it up.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with them down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Now Goff. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this.
Let's get some momentum here, D. They're going to run it here.
They're going to go for it. It's Goff. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go in at the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
He can make that in his sleep. Talk about a chip shot. He can make that in his sleep. Take the kicker, guys. Give him some time.
Now Moody for the PAT.
The uprights. Make that kick.
But oh, it's wide right. No good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Get deep, baby. Run down there and get a tackle. You can do it. Make it count.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Here we go again. Ready?
Keep the back
Yeah.
king walk.
Money talks. What the is he saying? Huh? You can ask his then ask his who's the man. Bro,
one shoe. Game the truth. I told her, oh my F's, you got the juice. I pulled up at her friend's house and kicked her out the coop. Gave it the boot. Bye bye. Yeah, she untamed gorilla that was born in the zoo. That's why you so rude. Who the is you that been this way since school? Spent the whole million on one set, it's ocean blue. That's why you so up, cause I pay my dues. Hey, hey.
Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep on bluffing, but I just can't win. Drown my sorrows, but they learn to swim. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Head in a bottle, put my heart in a case. Head's getting harder to act my age. Play a sad song on a tiny violin for the man at the bar confessing his sins. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers from the seeds that I've sown. They say it gets darker when you're coming on door. Still looking for the right at the end of my road. At the end of my road, I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. It's a little good news. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil wouldn't walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. All I really need is a little. Something bring me back to the middle. All I really need is a little good news.
Flip mode. 9-7. Bust a bus. Hot. Check it out. Hit you with no delay into what you saying, yo.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo.
Focus, boys. Focus. Make them think about returning this football, baby.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's caught by Myers. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards.
I've heard of quick strike offenses, but this is taking that to the extreme. I mean, the very first snap of the ball game, normally you're thinking, let's get our quarterback comfortable and get him into the flow of the game, but not here. They come out attacking from the outset, and it pays off in a big way.
Right now,
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Minshew sets to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Johnson jostles free, and he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Boy, Charles, a lot of action right out of the gate. The two teams barely off the buses. We've already had the touchdown and now the interception.
Yeah, whatever happened to the feeling out process? You know, kind of throw a few jabs out there, kind of circle the ring a little bit. Both of them throwing haymakers right out of the gate. And the second one was an interception that may cost them.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here's Minshew. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Players combined for their team's first sack.
Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now Minshew. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Stay on point, fellas. Keep it up. Your ball, baby.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That one deep from Marshall. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. They're trying to take the deep shot there with this defense after the targets.
Linemen out there playing on their feet in open space, not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. Pretty fortunate there, the interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call into question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. Inside give to Davis, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Can make a play here. Take it to him. Round and pound, baby.
From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. A little too much air under that one. That could have easily been 6 points.
Yeah, what kind of speed he has is almost impossible, we think, to actually overthrow him, but he did exactly that. I think he probably tried to get it out there maybe just a little bit too quickly.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it up. The Bills are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way Shakir, 52 yards. And the Bills strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. That's a positive for the Bills defense. That's their second charge taken here in this first quarter. Down to 1 remaining. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
Moving here, guys. Shut them down. Go, D! Let's go, defense!
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Off play action, it's Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
I believe in you.
Back to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught at the 25. And he will be taken down inside the Buffalo 20. It's a big play there for Vegas. 53 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver or that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jacoby Myers, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Carlson on for the PAT. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Just another day in the office. Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do. We are in it to win it.
after the roughing penalty on the PAT. They'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. They've got his man complete. And they get this well past midfield before it stopped just before the 35. It's a good 34.
How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Keep the pressure on him, O. Let's go. Let's make some good plays today. 6 on this stuff. Out here, fellas. Right here.
And again, it's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
They get down there and help you bums out.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Just shine, offense. Want to see points at the end of this drive. Keep it going,
Allen gonna throw. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at half.
Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 45-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now. George, you have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook, and he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This is huge. Don't let us down. Let's go.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
We don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. And Minshew will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Hey, let's get juice. Hit him with the trick play, coach.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Jacorian Bennett has it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Myers. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. So in the second quarter, he's already up over